Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is TheMrHuntinNoobs, and I'm coming back at you with another edition of my series called Through My Eyes. Now, for the people that's been anticipating this and been waiting, kind of pins and needles and chewing nails, you guys might not think that's the case, but I promise you some of the emails that I get are like, Jesus Christ, slow your roll, homie. I get comments every day, 5 to 10 a day, I shit you not, man, of when's the next Through My Eyes, when's the next Through My Eyes, and it's very flattering. I really do appreciate the people that look forward to this video or this series. But like I stated before, once it hits 1,000 views, I will have a video uploaded for you guys. Now, I know this hit 1,000 views on Friday, but my son had a soccer tournament this weekend, and so I was busy. You know, it is what it is. So you guys are having it today. I was going to do it yesterday, but I really wasn't in the mood for doing commentary. As you guys see, for the people that check my channel out every day, I didn't post the commentary up yesterday. So anyways, let's go on and jump off right into it and discuss to you guys or explain to you guys what this is. For all the newly acquired subscribers, Through My Eyes is basically me storytelling to you guys, letting you guys know what's going on in my life, what happened in my life, and I've integrated Call of Duty in somewhat of a chronological order, meaning that at the beginning of my life, I was using a World at War. Right now, I'm using Call of Duty Ghosts. So basically, I just work my way up with the transition in my life and phases in my life. So also, if you guys enjoy this commentary here, all you have to do is click on the description below. There will be a link there. It says Through My Eyes that will have all 20 plus videos for you if you guys have the time to go watch. From what I hear, it's pretty entertaining. I don't know. Some people really enjoy it. For the most part, I haven't had any negative feedback from it. So maybe you guys enjoy it. So it's really that simple. Or if you just want to watch the last video, that's all you have to do is hit the link in the description below, and you can either piggyback it all the way back to the beginning. But again, it's easier because I've already done the hard work for you. The link will be located in the description below for all Through My Eyes videos. So as always, I ended on a juicy note. You know, I said my buddy was giving me a ride to my mom's house, or trailer, should I say. That's where she was living at. And kind of bamboozled him, said, hey, just take me up the road. Next thing you know, we're 45 minutes later. So anyways, I get to my mom's house, right? And as I walk in to her house, this is the first time, I didn't say last time, this is the first time I met her husband, by the way. This guy. And I don't know anything about him. You know, I just know my mom got married while I was locked up in the penitentiary. So I sit down, I walk in, I tell my mom, I say, hey, Mom, I need my jewelry. And she looks at me, she gives me that gaze and says, sit down. Now, I knew right then it was going to be bad. And so I sat down, and she said, I lost your jewelry. And I said, what do you mean you lost it? She said, well, I didn't mean lose it, like lost where I can't find it. Basically, she said, I pawned your jewelry and was not able to get the money back in time and get your jewelry back out of pawn. And I was like, what? Because I know if you take jewelry to a pawn shop, I mean, they give you pennies on the dollar for what your jewelry's worth. I mean, my jewelry is worth well over $14,000 fucking dollars, man. So I was like, well, what'd you get? She's like, $500. I was like, $500 fucking dollars? Like, why? So I was in disarray. Matter of fact, I was ready to beat her husband up because I was like, what you need $500 for? Oh, to go on the honeymoon. That's what she did. She pawned my fucking jewelry off to go on a honeymoon with this guy that I never met. And I was furious, man, because this was my get out of jail free card, so to speak. You know, it's like, hey, I'm broke. I'm no longer broke. I'm able to go buy a car. I'm able to buy a bucket, get some clothes, have some down payment on a fucking apartment and shit like that. So I am devastated by this. But even more so, I'm devastated by how she lied to me. And she lied to me for years. At least a couple years, because she was married to the guy for a little while. So I was devastated by two things. I mean, I was literally just fucking brain fucked right in front of her. So I didn't say anything. I just walked out the door. Basically, you know, gave the guy a fucking silly look, because I really wanted to knock his ass out. Now, years later, after they've been married for so long, he's a kick-ass dude. I mean, the guy's an awesome guy, but at the time, I really wanted to knock him out. So anyways, I get in the car and I leave, and I'm just disarray, man. And I even start crying, man. I'm riding back with my buddy, and I'm crying. And he's like, yo, what's going on, man? What's happened? I was like, man, none. It's no big deal. Because, like I said, it's all I had. It was my ace in the hole, and I don't have anything now. Now I'm fucking broke, you know, flat broke. I mean, I'm working, but it's just a couple $100 here and there. And hell, the halfway house takes 25% of your net pay, which is a chunk of your change. So I was devastated, man. Like I said, I was hurt more so by my mom lying to me as long as she did. I mean, it really hurt my feelings. So I get back. It's kind of like spilt milk. It is what it is. It's over. You know, you just gotta work and whatnot, and that's what I did. So I was working at a resort, a Marriott resort, golf course, all that fun stuff on it, and it was great, man. For being a young guy like myself, I was right around 23 years old, and I'm fresh out the penitentiary, so my body's in top-notch shape. And then at this hotel here, they did internships, man. So interns would come in every 18 months. So it was like new set of girls coming in every 18 months. That's how I met my wife. My wife is from Argentina. And at the time, I was having fun, you know. And I don't want to get too specific because I don't want to be disrespectful. My wife might watch this, but she knows, you know, it ain't like she was my first piece of ass before I met her. But, you know, I was ripping and running. I was having fun. I was allowed. And, of course, I eventually met my wife, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So, it was great. It was a great place to work. I recommend it to anybody. If you want to work and have a kick-ass job, work in the hotel business. Specifically, in my opinion, in banquets. Because I love it. Because, yeah, you serve food and shit like that. You make an hourly wage. You make tips here and there. But it's awesome because everybody's there right around your same age. Everybody was young, so it was cool. It's usually people who are in college or working it. And you also, it's always new people. Like, that's what I loved about it. It was never the same. It was always the same routine when it comes to work. But it was always different people, meeting different people. And I thought that was awesome, man. That's one of the main things that appealed to me about the job. So anyways, I had a lot of fun there, man. I went to a few parties here and there when I could sneak out. But even though I was in a halfway house, you know, I was able to get away with a few things. But there's this one time I made a mistake. So everybody was going to this country bar. And basically what I would do is at the apartments that the interns were staying in that came into the Marriott hotel they were staying in, if I called from those apartments, it rang up as if I was calling from the Marriott. So when I would call my halfway house to check in, I would be over at the apartment complex, which was 15 miles away from the Marriott, and it would come up as I was at the Marriott as on the caller ID. So, man, I was over there all the time on my days off, this, that, and the other. Well, one night, we decided to go to a bar. And I knew I couldn't drink or none, but it was all these girls, and I'm trying to get freaky with each and every one of them. So I'm like, hell yeah, man. And my dick kind of thought for me, unfortunately. So they decided to go to this bar. So I went over to the apartment, said I had to work. I went over to the apartment complex, said I called to check in, and then we went to this bar. And I don't want to say any name. I think it was Austin City or some shit like that. So I had a buddy of mine that was at work that would cover for me if they happened to call work, which they never did, to say, hey, I was in the restroom, and he would give me a call, and I would fucking make a beeline back to the hotel. So anyways, at this bar, of course, what are they doing? They're taking pictures. They're doing this, that, and the other. I'm not thinking anything of it because, you know, it's no big deal. We're having a good time, right? So about a month or so into my halfway house time, maybe 2 months, I'm sitting at work. It's busy as shit. I remember I was working a triple that day, which is like close to 20 hours. And my buddy calls me. He says, oh my God, dude, they sent it in the mail. They found it. You are screwed. And I had no clue what he's talking about. As a matter of fact, I thought he was playing with me, guys. So, oh, it's going to get good. It gets really good, I promise you guys. I'm going to end it on that right there. Again, real quick, the easiest way to get to 1,000 views is to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. With that being said, it's your boy HuntinNoobs. I'm out this bitch.